this is not in the script. I want to ask you, what lengths have you gone to get us concert tickets? And can you explain the Taylor Swift horrible system?
So Taylor Swift, love you. Shout out to you specifically. You're
Queen.
why we're here.
Right.
Has systems in place to make sure that early release tickets are going to some of her biggest fans, which there are a lot of really, really big Taylor Swift fans out there. So she will do things like you have to watch a certain number of videos, and each time you watch one of her music videos, you get a point in your bracket. And you acquire points by buying merch and by watching these videos and by playing games and all sorts of random different things. And so when we were trying to get our tickets for Loverfest,
No,
Reputation. When we were trying, I blacked it out because it was such a horrible and like traumatic experience. I watched videos on repeat in my bedroom. I remember letting it play as I was cleaning my room. I would go back and I would hit rewatch. And I earned these points and I earned these points and I earned these points.
How many CDs did you buy?
I know I gave multiple CDs away because I had bought so many CDs.
Well, and I don't even think we were earning points for this yet, but you bought lots of 1989 because it came with the Polaroid photos. And I remember we were in a music store and you got brand new photos and you were like, here, happy birthday. You gave me the album, which I was very grateful for. I didn't need the photos. And I think you only ended up missing one of those photo sets, but that was before the Reputation madness of having to buy all of the stuff. So you bought
I bought a lot of merchandise. I watched a lot of videos, and then it would tell you like what place you were in. And it never told you like first place, second place, whatever, but it would tell you like the percentage or like what tier you were in. And I still remember having watched this video like 16 times in a row and being like, I'm just going to check where I am. And I was still like 50%, which sounds like, oh, that's like top half. No, you need to be in the top like 10% to even have a hope of being where you want to be for these tours. So yeah, so I've been through a lot and trying to get tickets.
Can I just say that the Reputation tour, your placement meant relatively nothing.
Correct.
But the silver lining was that same system was used to purchase Loverfest tickets, which we got and could not go to.
And I would like to briefly say that aside from my Red Tour experience, which my Red Tour experience was a whole other ballgame because I got tickets for that on the off chance it was Dolphy Day, so we didn't have class.
Shout out to Lemoyne.
Truly, thank you, because I got pit tickets because I should have been in class and I wasn't, and all the other Taylor Swift fans were busy, and so I wound up getting pit tickets. That was the easiest experience I ever had getting Taylor Swift tickets. A little side note there.
Wait, was that 1989 or Red?
Red.
Okay.
Red Tour. I was in the pit.
Can we briefly mention how much you paid for Red pit tickets and how much we paid for Reputation?
Yeah, so I will never forget because I bought the tickets. They were $150 each, which, mind you, now you would probably pay $150 to be in the second or third tier. I paid $150 each, 2 tickets, one for myself, one for Rachel. And I didn't even clear it with Rachel. I didn't clear it with her dad. I didn't clear it with my mom because I was like, I will never get these tickets again. And I never have gotten that kind of ticket again. And I never will get it for that price ever again. It was. All of that to say that when we bought our Loverfest tickets.
No, I was going to say Reputation. But are we comfortable sharing how much we paid for our Reputation tickets?
I blacked it out, so you go for. Oh, I do remember.
Should I say it or not?
I think you can say it. It is what it is.
So, $150 for pit Red Tour tickets. We paid $500 or $600 for like floor seats on the Reputation tour. It was a lot of money, and I don't think our Loverfest tickets were even that much.
No, our Loverfest tickets were cheaper, and I am still upset about the Rep tour, and I can say that now as a person because there were these 2 backstages and we were the first row next to the backstage, and she flew over our heads. She was right there. And then she was gone and she was performing on the backside of that same stage. So we spent all that money, and was it fun? Was it worth it? Yes. But could it have been more worth it?
I was very stressed because did not stop raining once. And I like held out my hand in front of me and I was like, I think it stopped raining. It had not stopped raining. I was just so wet that I was like, it stopped raining. But yeah, so we got right up against the B stage. She flew to the other side of the B stage and performed to the fans in the stands that paid a lot less probably than we did.
Just a little bitter about it. It's fine.
Anyway, strictly for the Taylor Swift fan service, I want to ask you, I was going to do songs. I don't think we can do that. I think any Swiftie knows that your favorite Taylor Swift songs are very dependent on your mood and your relationship status.
You're not wrong.
So I want to go with albums. What are your top 3 favorite albums?
So I would like to preface by saying, even though you changed it from favorite song to favorite album, I still hate this question because my emotional answer is very different from my actual like sound-based, lyric-based answer. I'm going to try to combine my feelings with lyrics and what I like about her music. So number 1 for me is Fearless. Number 2 is Red. And number 3, this is a controversial take, and I'm not even sure I've ever said this out loud. I would like to combine the Folklore Evermore era as my third choice.
Another question of mine that you hated was, are you a bigger fan of old Taylor or new Taylor? And I'm sure I don't have to tell Swifties, but old Taylor, I think, stops at Red. And new Taylor kind of begins at 1989 when she really made her transition from country music to pop music. So are you a bigger fan of old Taylor or new Taylor, Emily?
So again, hate the question. Like I said, her music has really always been a soundtrack to my life. So to say I prefer one over the other kind of feels like traitorous, not to be dramatic. But I will say I feel like she's only lyrically gotten better and better as she's gotten older. I also think her voice has gotten better. So I kind of have to say new Taylor for that reason. But I'm not happy about having to make that decision.
My top 3 favorite albums, full disclosure, as you heard, I did not become a fan until like loosely Speak Now, but like really during Red. So my number 1 album is Reputation, which I'm so happy to have as my number 1 because I feel like every Swiftie will freely give me that album without fighting over it, because everyone's going to fight over Fearless and Speak Now and all that kind of stuff, but no one will fight over Reputation. Thank you. That is my number 1. My number 2 is 1989. New Romantics is like one of my favorite songs of all time. And then my third would either be Speak Now or Fearless. Again, don't crucify me, really didn't listen to all of Fearless until she dropped it for the second time, and I love Breathe. That is one of my favorite songs. It's all really good. I just want to say lyrically though, what always sticks out to me is The Story of Us from Speak Now. Her lyric, I've never heard silence quite this loud, and that lyric, even like, it just gave me goosebumps. Like, that is such good writing. And I do really like Evermore specifically. Again, nobody's probably fighting me for the song, but Nobody, No Crime is my favorite song off that album. It is just lyrically so good, and I have a bit of a background in music, and she gives a nod to I Did Something Bad from Reputation when she goes, oh, nobody, no crime, I wasn't letting up until the day he, and that is a nod. I don't know if she knows it's a nod. I know it's a nod to I Did Something Bad. So good.
I know for a fact she knows what she did because so many of her songs, like Swiftie theorists could go into such further depth than I can, but she connects lyrics and lines across albums, across songs, from re-recordings. We hear other connections that we didn't hear when they first came out. So I think she knew.
And can we just say, All Too Well, the 10-minute version, the only version, let's be real, gives nods to every song on that album lyrically and melodically.
Also just gave me life.
Right.
By tearing me down. I would like to just say I do find it really interesting that when you look face value at our 1, 2, and 3 albums, there's very little crossover. And I love that because it just goes to show her music connects with different people very differently, but still very meaningful.
Yeah, definitely. I just put this in the script here. I don't really have a good place to put this, but I saw a meme on Facebook that was like, and I can't remember the band. It might have been Offspring. It might have been some other kind of like My Chemical Romance. It might have been, but they compared their lyrics to Taylor Swift, and specifically it was the part in Shake It Off where she just says shake it off, and it just says shake it off, shake it off, shake it off, and like that was the joke. Like, Taylor Swift has such bad lyrics and My Chemical Romance has such good thoughtful lyrics. love My Chemical Romance. I literally posted as a comment the lyrics to All Too Well. You are not going to tell me based on Taylor Swift's single that she is a bad lyricist, because we all know she does like the singles that aren't like.
Same thing with the song Me.
Oh, yeah,
The song
yeah,
Me,
yeah.
which I have to disclose, as an elementary teacher, I never hated. I just felt like it was fun and dancey. Me and Shake It Off are not her top songs.
Oh, no,
Period.
absolutely not.
But are they fun to dance to? Yeah. Her best lyrics are on some of those unknown songs, those not singles, those ones that you wish would be a single, or frankly, that some people wish no one would ever listen to because they mean so much to them.
Can we? I don't want to get into it, but I'm just going to say 2 words. Cruel Summer. Where's the single, Taylor?